A gun on campus. What happened? Who is behind it? And if Roseville is taking any steps to increase security on campus. Plus, have you noticed the freshman class is smaller this year than last year? We have the reason behind the decrease.
And do you want to know how you can win free tickets to the Delaware Roseville football game? Find out how you can do just that on today's TigerCast, October 8th, 2012.
You know, we've only had some minor incidents. We had Great Centennial, and then you have this big deal on Friday.
Good morning, I'm Katelyn Rolen.
And I'm Daniel Wetter. We want to begin today's show with what many, and as you saw there, Principal Basham, are saying is a big deal. A gun was brought on campus a little more than a week ago by a student from Adelante High School. Here are the latest details. A gun was brought on Roseville High School's campus last Friday. Adelante High School student Jacob Rushing and one other Adelante student were detained by Assistant Principal John Coleman and Student Resource Officer Carlos Cortez after the two students had entered through the cafeteria service door during lunch.
I immediately identified them. They weren't Roseville High School students. So at that point I confronted them, determined they weren't Roseville High School students. They were adults, you know, over the age of 18 years old, and at that point, for the safety of the kids in the school, I initiated a search.
After detaining them, Officer Cortez commenced a search of their backpacks, finding a handgun in Rushing's backpack and a small amount of marijuana in the other student's backpack. The handgun had no bullets in the chamber, but a separate magazine that did have bullets in it were also in the possession of Rushing, and for that reason, Cortez treated it as a loaded gun.
It's still a loaded gun. You're still bringing a gun on campus. It's still a felony offense, whether it was loaded or not.
Once the gun was found, the two students were sent to the office for an interview with Principal Brad Basham, who believes Rushing had no intention to harm anyone.
He certainly made a mistake, but I believe his intention was not to harm anyone at Roseville High School.
Rushing's intention was to show off his stepdad's gun, but instead he ended up in the Placer County Jail.
Since he's 18 years old, it's gonna stay on his record, you know, until he's passed away, until he's gone.
And the school is satisfied how the situation was handled, considering it could have ended much, much worse.
We couldn't ask for a better series of events once it happened. I mean, the best thing would be it didn't happen at all. But once it did, I think it was handled appropriately.
Jacob Rushing's bail was set for $26,500 on charges of having a firearm at school and carrying a concealed weapon. He is no longer in custody of the Placer County Jail. All of this has had some students evaluating their safety on campus. We asked Principal Basham if there would be any increase in security after this incident. Take a look.
So it does heighten your senses a little bit, but no, we're not going to see any additional security on campus.
So how do students feel about their safety here after this incident? We asked students on our Facebook page as part of our Tiger Talk segment. So now if we look at those Facebook comments, Sean Kuntz says, safe as heck as I don't remember anything involving it but rumors. Grayson Leach said, considering the fact that the gun had the clip not only out of the gun but empty as well, which we do want to say that the magazine was loaded though. He didn't feel this was a true threat. Not only that, but our administration handled it with such precision. Beth Morin said, I still feel safe on campus. I think admin handled the situation very well. And Jamie Pope, a parent here at Roseville, says, as a parent, it makes me a little nervous. While the situation was handled quickly and without incident, if another situation like this comes up, the outcome may be very different. This is just a reminder for all students and staff to be alert and know what is going on around them. I am glad that no one was hurt and that school officials handled the situation quickly.
The consensus here seems to be that most students still feel safe here on campus and want to have your voice heard on the TigerCast for our Tiger Talk segment. Just like our page on Facebook. That's facebook.com/EyeOfTheTigerNews. Now here we go to Daniel for other top stories.
Thanks, Katelyn. The California Department of Education has released results from last spring's STAR test, the standardized test that every student takes in April, and the results for Roseville High School aren't that great. According to the data released, there were some substantial drops in the number of students scoring proficient or higher on some of the categories. The biggest decrease in physics, going from 71% scoring proficient or higher in 2011 to 53% in 2012, an 18-point drop. Another big drop coming from Algebra 2, going from 39% in 2011 to just 28% this year scoring proficient or higher. There was also a 15-point increase in the number of students scoring below or far below basic and general math, but it should be noted that only 15 students took that test this past year. Among district schools, Roseville registered the worst declines from the year before. All of these declines occurred despite the efforts to provide an incentive for students to score higher through grade bumps. Principal Basham told us these score results weren't what the school was looking for, but said it most likely was the result of teachers not focusing on the STAR test as much as years past.
In fact, what I've told my teachers is that we've got to start preparing kids for college and career. So we've got to start worrying about the Common Core standards. The issue with CSTs versus Common Core, CSTs are all very knowledge-based questions. They're factoids.
Basham also told us the largest decrease, the 18-point drop in physics, could be due to an anomaly the year before when scores in physics spiked.
And we have some more news regarding standardized testing, specifically the transition to Common Core test set to begin in 2015. Administration will be piloting the technical component to these tests today and Wednesday. A group of about 80 sophomores has been designated to take a biology test on computers in different areas on campus to assess the technology the school currently has. These students are current sophomores who took biology last year and are in PE this term. Now these students are mandated to take the test, so we got differing opinions from students.
It doesn't really matter since it's not going to really affect me personally at all, so I don't really care.
I think it's stupid. I don't think we should have to be forced to take something. I think they could get like a couple students to do it on their own.
Many students we talked to were fine with taking the test.
The teachers here are really good. In all honesty, it's a great school, so.
Students are defending the academics of Roseville High School. This comes after 121 incoming freshmen opted to transfer out of RHS due to Roseville's Program Improvement Status, or PI. PI is a status deemed by the federal government No Child Left Behind Act on schools that have specific categories of students underperforming in various academic areas. Roseville has been on PI for 2 years and is awaiting results on whether or not it will go into year 3 of PI. So why did these students leave? Nick Espino has the report.
Have you noticed a smaller freshman class this year?
The question isn't so much how many fewer freshmen this year from last year, but how many fewer freshmen this year than what we could have had. And we're actually down 99 freshmen.
121 incoming freshmen left Roseville for another school this year. 87 students left due to program improvement, and 34 left for international baccalaureate program at either Oakmont or Granite Bay. This year marks the largest amount of students leaving because of program improvement.
But those 87 students, they've never set foot on Roseville's campus. And so they're making decisions, oftentimes not their decision, it's their parents' decision. They're making decisions big. It could be Wood Creek's closer, and this is their opportunity to do that. It could be just misinformation that's in the district.
Many of the students we talked to thought these students should have given Roseville a chance before transferring.
Investigate more before they just make a decision, like actually come here and get to meet the teachers instead of just making presumptions,
And the data shows that most students who actually gave Roseville a chance seem to like the school. Only 8 returning students left.
Because they've been on campus, you guys have seen what Roseville's like, and you guys like it here, and you guys want to be here. Whether it's because of your friends, because of your teachers, because of the programs you're involved in.
This also brings up the question of whether it will impact sports or not. I spoke to Principal Brad Basham, who told us it will depend on the budget more than the actual size of the class.
Students have been attending college presentations over the past few days. One of the most recent presentations, the University of Washington, attracted quite a bit of people. The presentations are designed to give a more personal touch to the college search experience. One of the more popular presentations was for the Army and Marines.
They talked about the training and how it helps you, how they help you in college, and how this can help you further in life.
This week's presentations include St. Mary's College and Point Loma Nazarene University, both on Wednesday. There are more, but you can find those in our newspaper.
We told you at the beginning of the show there's a way you could win free tickets to the Del Oro at Roseville football game. All you have to do is like our Facebook page at facebook.com/eyeofthetigernews, and you will automatically be entered to win 2 of 4 free tickets to this Friday's game. The winners will also receive 2 meal vouchers for a free meal from the snack bar. It should be a great game, so we hope to see you out there.
We'll be sure to have the highlights of that game plus last Friday's game on TigerCast Sports in 1 week. We want to thank you for watching today's TigerCast. Remember, you can find all of the latest Roseville High School news and sports on eyethetigernews.com. Our next TigerCast is October 22nd.
Have a great day.